I'm here today to talk to you about health insurance for self-employed and small business owners. If you're self-employed or you run a small business, you're probably noticing something pretty frustrating about your health insurance. When you leave a traditional job, you also leave the group insurance system. Suddenly, you're looking at plans that cost a fortune, have massive deductibles, and you still don't feel like you're getting real coverage. A lot of people start asking the same question: are these really my only options? The answer is not necessarily. There are actually several different categories of health coverage available to entrepreneurs. And one of them is something many self-employed people don't even realize exists. I'll explain that option in a few minutes. But first, we need to talk about why the system often feels broken for people who work for themselves. When someone works for a large employer, health insurance is usually part of the plan. The risk is spread across hundreds or thousands of employees, and the employer often pays a portion of the premium. Because of that structure, most employees don't think very much about their health insurance. But when you become self-employed, that system disappears, and now you're responsible for navigating the individual market on your own. And that's where many people run straight into the ACA marketplace. These plans absolutely serve a purpose. They guarantee coverage and they provide an important safety net. But depending on income and subsidy eligibility, many self-employed households experience something frustrating. And that is high premiums, large deductibles, and limited, sometimes provided networks. The question is, what happens? Most people buy the plan even though they're not thrilled about it. And still, others decide to go without insurance entirely. They simply take the risk. Going without health insurance can feel tempting, especially when premiums are high. But the real question becomes, what risks are you carrying? Healthcare costs in the United States can escalate quickly. A routine surgery can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and a hospital stay can easily reach six figures. An unexpected illness or an accident can really create financial pressure that takes years to recover from, squashing your dreams and your plans. Insurance exists for one primary reason: to protect against that financial risk that would otherwise be devastating. Most people insure their house, their car, their business, their liability, but many self-employed people unintentionally leave their health exposed, which can actually be one of the largest financial risks of all. The goal isn't simply having insurance. The goal is having the right strategy. And that's a way to protect yourself medically without allowing insurance to dominate your financial life. And in a moment, I'm going to explain the option many entrepreneurs are surprised to learn about. But first, it helps to understand the different categories of coverage that exist today. Because most people assume there are only two choices, and that's ACA plans or no insurance at all. The reality is there are several types of coverage available. ACA marketplace plans are one category, and they guarantee acceptance regardless of your health history, and depending on your income, they may offer subsidies. For many households, these plans are the very best fit for them. But still, for the others, the premiums and deductibles can feel difficult to justify. There are also short-term medical plans. These are typically designed to provide temporary coverage during transitions. Some people explore health sharing programs too, and they operate differently from traditional insurance, but they are another category some households consider. And then there's the option I mentioned earlier, one that many entrepreneurs simply don't realize exists, and that is private health insurance. These plans are offered outside the ACA marketplace. They involve medical underwriting during the application process. And for individuals who qualify medically, they can provide lower monthly premiums, broader PPO networks, and coverage structures that feel more predictable. They're not the right solution for every person or every situation, but for many healthy self-employed professionals, they can be a strong alternative worth exploring. When I talk with business owners, this conversation usually expands beyond insurance pretty quickly. We start talking about financial planning, building wealth, reinvesting in their business, creating flexibility in their lifestyle, maybe even retiring early. Health insurance plays a bigger role in that picture than most people realize. If your insurance strategy costs thousands more per year than necessary, that's just money that could otherwise go towards an investment, maybe some savings, business growth, or simply creating more freedom in your life. At the same time, going uninsured introduces risks that could undo years of financial progress. The real objective isn't just buying a policy, it's designing a strategy that protects your health while also supporting your long-term financial goals. This video really is just the beginning of the conversation. In future videos, we'll break down topics like how private health insurance works, when CA plans are actually the better choice, how underwriting works, and maybe how self-employed individuals can evaluate their options intelligently. If you're self-employed or run a small business and ever felt confused or frustrated by health insurance, you're definitely not alone. But there are more options available than most people realize. And understanding those options is the first step towards protecting both your health and your financial future.